You have researched the Woolwich Arsenal in the immediate post-war period, post-First World War period, and I note that, as you say, understandably, they wish to maintain their jobs. However, it seemed to me rather strange, and I'd like you to elaborate on this, that despite the fact that the First World War was advertised as the war to end all wars, and that at the end of the war, many people were saying never again. The workers seemed to envisage that they had to maintain their jobs at least partly in order to maintain an armaments facility. Can you elaborate a little on that?
Yeah, that's definitely right. I mean, for the government itself, one of the main reasons that they were concerned with keeping a strong, skilled workforce at the Woolwich Arsenal was because they wanted to keep skilled up men ready just in case there was another emergency, is what they called it. But I think they meant a sort of small-scale war. So that was one of the reasons that they were taking the demands of the workers so seriously, really. I think in terms of the workers themselves, most of their arguments were around jobs, but I think they were sort of quite happy to do different types of work, whether it was munitions work or other work. They did talk about the efficiency of having workers together and the equipment all together in one place rather than spread out across the country. So that might have been an argument around efficiency for munitions production. I didn't find so much about workers saying that they needed to keep their jobs because of future wars, but that was definitely one of the main considerations for the government in making that decision, I think.
It seems a fairly limited outlook on the part of the workers there.
Yeah. As we talked about earlier, really, their main focus was keeping their own jobs. They were willing to do munitions work or non-munitions work if those were the orders that came in. So it wasn't really, when they were talking about alternative work, they just meant additional work, really, rather than the non-armaments work. I think peace work, I saw that as a phrase a couple of places, but I think all they meant was work done during a time when hostilities weren't happening, rather than how we might think of it. So yeah, it was quite a sort of tricky one to do in a way, because it didn't sort of slot in as easily to the project as maybe we were expecting at the start.